Hello, I'm Jacob. You're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. I get asked often what battle rifle I prefer or I recommend. And the reason is the battle rifle to me is likely uh, the most versatile and important tool in the small unit tactics toolbox. And so, what I want to do is define to you first what I'm looking for in a battle rifle. So, for me, what I'm looking for in a battle rifle is a fighting rifle that can extend the range from 0 to 300 to 0 to 500, essentially, and effectively. So, although I want to be able to do the cool guy pew pew house to house stuff if I have to, uh, when it comes to a small unit and small unit activities, that's just a really good way to die. Just like excellent. Distance is safety. Distance is life. And so range is a big deal. But also weight. So forever, this is what I recommended to you guys. You may be familiar with it. This is DPMS G2 Recon. It's basically M4 size. It's basically M4 weight. Trijicon 1 to 8 power, and a few Midwest Industries goodies here and there. Midwest Industries has always been my go-to since my deployment in 2009. Scope mount, handguard, etc. Dropped weight, made it more ergonomic, more functional for me. Hogue grip. Is the grip really important? I mean, not really, but man, this thing's just so comfortable that I want to put it on everything. Love it. Now, it's been reliable for me. I still love the design of the G2 rifle. The problem is, I suggested this rifle to everybody. It didn't catch on, however, as I thought it would. It didn't become a standard as I thought it would. And then, more importantly, DPMS disappeared. They are out of business. The G2 is no longer a thing, a currently produced thing, I should say. So, I've obviously been getting asked a lot. Now that DPMS is gone, what do you recommend? Actually, I get asked a lot even without DPMS being gone. Still, what do you recommend? So, as I transition from the G2 and start looking for who else I would trust, the first thing that I come to is Midwest Industries. So we'll talk about this here. This is actually James Yeager's Tactical Response battle rifle. The stats that I'm going to put for this rifle in a moment will be for this 16-inch Midwest Industries battle rifle because these aren't currently available, but the 16-inch Midwest Industries is. It just doesn't have some of these cool features like the longer rail and stuff like that. But let's go ahead, let's check out the specs of the rifle from the manufacturer. I'll talk a little bit about how Yeager has it set up here, and then just, I guess, talk to you about why I like it. I mean, I've really been enjoying this rifle. So I don't, I'm not an expert on Jaeger's rifle here, and on all the accessories that are on it. But he's got it kitted out with the Leupold Mark V HD. He's got a little Holosun 45-degree red dot on here. Mounts obviously Midwest Industries. Medieval little vertical foregrip here. This Accutac bipod. I'm actually going to link in the top right hand corner a video, that just a quick video that I did on that bipod. I was really impressed with it. It's very cool. But other than that, you know, obviously a Midwest rail, Midwest brake, Midwest backup irons. Running this gun was an absolute pleasure. It was confidence inspiring. Just really, really nice. Do I believe that the quality of components and assembly is greater than the DPMS? I would say it's likely. I think that Midwest Industries takes a lot of pride in their stuff and makes really good stuff. Is it necessarily better? I really don't know. I don't have enough experience with this rifle to tell you guys that it's better. I can assume that the assembly and potentially the small parts quality, I believe, is better. But is the design is standard, more standardized for the AR308 market with the Midwest Industries. That's a good thing. Having the G2 design being smaller and lighter is absolutely phenomenal, but it never became standardized, and now it's gone. So if parts dry up and something breaks, what are my options? That's something you have to consider. The Midwest has a phenomenal balance of price, quality, and weight. I can certainly, with his setup, very confidently bang targets. That scope is freaking wonderful. The trigger that he has in there is wonderful. The bipod is wonderful. The rifle is lightweight enough that you can shoot and move. That is vital. Now, would I set mine up if I had the same rifle as Jaeger, the same as Jaeger? Not necessarily. I want my rifle to be lighter, and in my eyes, long distance foot movements are a reality, and for that I want a lighter setup on the gun. That certainly doesn't mean that he's wrong. I just know that I'll be asked that in the comment section below, and he's comfortable with how he's got this set up and how he wants to use it. And I honestly prefer to run an absolute bare bones, minimal, basic rifle. And that's how I run basically everything. Kit, rifle, pistol, strip it down. I don't need anything fancy. But I will say he's got fancy cool guy stuff on there, and it freaking works. And at the end of the day, that's what's important. So guys, to wrap this up, you know, if I were to do it all over again, if it was my money, if that G2 turned into the money that I needed, what battle rifle would I buy? It would be a Midwest Industries, and the reason is a balance of value, quality, weight, accuracy. I believe it's a whole package that I would trust. And the 308 AR industry is not as cut and dry as the AR-15 industry. It's a little bit more complicated. So buying a complete battle rifle from a company that you can trust is a really big deal. And I have seen Midwest Industries AR-15s essentially get blown up by bad ammo, and I've seen them stand behind their product. I've, through using them for so long and being around, gotten to know them a little bit as a company, and they are a company that I trust. I trust that their products are quality, and if something happens and they go down, I trust them to stand behind it. So that's where my money is. The other thing is, if you have a fighting rifle or battle rifle, because again, people will be asking me what I would change. What I forgot to say is I will never try to own a fighting rifle or a battle rifle that is black. Hopefully you'll see why in some of the video footage or B-roll that I took out here shooting. That's all that I have for you guys today. In the description box below, you'll see how you can support this channel. Beach and Tactical is my rifle sling business. Exodus Knife and Tool is my knife business. I have a Patreon. I'm an affiliate for Palmetto State Armory, Primary Arms, and Brownells, so you can use those links. It won't cost you anything extra. You just use my link, buy what you want, and I get a small kickback from that. Also, I got to give just a shout out to James and to Tactical Response for letting me use his rig and his range. Very impressed with the setup, and I'm going to end this with mindset, tactics, skill, gear. The gear might be on the bottom tier of the list of what's important, but if your mindset and your tactics are right, they will help you pick the right gear, and the right gear supports the right mindset and tactics. And then training brings the skill and the tactics. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you in the comment section below.